happening, people? Thank you for joining me for another review, which means it's Beer Monster o'clock. Bush. Today's review, we'll be reviewing a keg of Leffesummer on the Perfectdraft beer dispenser. Leffesummer is like Leffe Blonde, but it's a lighter version. It has less alcohol in it. It's supposed to be designed as a more sessionable version of Leffe. It's 5.2%, not like the 6.6 version. So it's, it's a bit more sessionable. I have had a few pints of this last night and I wasn't overly impressed, but I don't know if I just wasn't in the mood for it. Interestingly enough, because I normally quite like me a Leffe. So hopefully that changes today, because I was really struggling with it last night, I've got to be honest. Almost trying to like it, but it just wasn't quite turning me on. But today's a new day. I'm going to give it another go and give it a review. Let's get it poured for you. Right, let me know if you've tried Leffesummer and if you're a fan or not. Or do you like any of the Leffes? What's your favourite Leffe? What Leffes have you tried? Chat to me in the comments, people. But it's always good to hear from you, and it helps the video gain a bit of traction on the YouTube algorithms. Apparently. There we go. There's your Leffesummer. It's a nice dark golden sort of colour. Small bubbles, very small bubbles. Yeah, it looks alright, doesn't it? It's a little bit lighter than a normal Leffe, I think. Nice, really sort of creamy, foamy looking head. It's definitely a looker. It looks like a cracking little pint, doesn't it? Nothing wrong with it in the looks department, that's for sure. The keg of this cost me £32.73. It was 15% off at the time of buying, I believe, which works out to £2.47 per pint, sorry. So yeah, £2.50 a pint, basically. That's not too bad, is it? It's 5.2%, as I say. Let's give it a sniff and check out the aroma of Leffesummer. It's a Belgian abbey beer, one of 8 or 9 different variations of Leffe. This one is like a special edition version that they only release in the summer. So yeah, it's a slightly less aroma than the Leffe Blonde for me, and the Leffe Blanche I've had recently. I liked both of them, but it's still got that typical Leffe aroma. Even the wheat beer, the Blanche, had that like an aroma, just like the Leffe Blonde, and this is the same, just slightly toned down where it's weaker, I suppose. Smells like Leffe, that sort of yeasty banana, bit of spice, that sort of thing. Quite sweet. Interesting to see whether my thoughts changed on last night. I've got an idea where I think this review is going to go. But sometimes you're just not in the mood for a certain beer, and I feel like it was that. And I'm hoping it was that, and I'm going to enjoy it now, because I just wasn't enjoying it last night. Anyway, let's chuck it down the neck, and I'll let you know, in my opinion, if it's worth a buy. Because this could be a, a controversial opinion, if my opinions don't change. Bush. Yeah. The thing is, my opinion of it last night was, I'd had a few of them. It's a summer beer. It's supposed to be more sessionable version of Leffe, which it is, as in, it's not going to get you as drunk as Leffe. It's 5.2, not 6.6. But hear me out. I'll tell you my issue with this beer. And I'm not quite there with it yet, because you need to have a few pints of it. Smooth mouthfeel, nothing wrong in that regard. Beautiful draft mouthfeel. It's like a slightly watered down version of Leffe, right? Which, if you can drink more of it, is that really a bad thing? One problem, that where they've watered it down to make it more of a summery, you'd expect it to be cheaper, and it's not. That's my first issue. So, you might as well just, if it's a hot summer's day, just have a lager, and buy the normal Leffe if you fancy it, sort of thing. Because you're not really saving any money for that more sessionable, lower ABV version. That's my first issue. But that's not the main issue. The main issue for me, right, it's a more sessionable ABV. The flavours are a little bit toned down a bit, but there's one thing for me which isn't toned down, and that's the sweetness. Now, Leffe is quite a sweet beer. You'll know that if you've tried it. It's nice, but it is quite sweet. Where it's retained that sweetness, but a bit less of the flavour, the sweetness is standing out a little bit more for me. And it's supposed to be a session beer, right? Now, I had a few pints of this last night, and it just got sickly sweet. Because where it's like more sessionable, you drink it faster. You drink it faster because it's, you know, it's more sessionable, it's lighter. You can drink more of it before you get pissed. But where you're drinking it faster and the sweetness is still there and stands out a bit more, where the more other flavours are a bit more subtle than the Leffe Blondes say, you're just tasting sweetness after a while. Sweetness, and you're drinking it faster and the sweetness builds faster. Whereas the Leffe being stronger, the Leffe Blonde, you tend to drink it, take your time with it a bit more, and the sweetness takes longer to build and become an issue. But you know, I'm not a big fan of sweet beers, and something like this being this sweet and this sessionable, the fact that it's a sessionable summer beer doesn't work in its favour for me, and it just doesn't hit the spot. I'd rather have a stronger Leffe. You know, even the Leffe Blanche, you know, that gets a bit sickly after a few as well. It kind of suffers from the same problem as this. The Leffe Blanche is fantastic for the first few, then it becomes a bit sickly. This becomes sickly even faster than the Blanche because you drink it faster, it's weaker. Do you get what I'm saying here, people? While not a bad beer, I wouldn't necessarily drink, what I'm trying to say is I wouldn't drink more of this than what I would have Leffe Blonde because it's too sweet. You know, I'd rather drink Leffe Blonde slower and have less of it than slam this down like a madman and just keep like, oh, the sweetness is too much. That's my opinions on it. And I know it's controversial, but I can only say what I take from it. And for that reason alone, I don't think this keg's worth a buy. It just tastes like a watered down Leffe, but the sweetness isn't watered down. If you know what Leffe Blonde tastes like, you know what this tastes like, but it's a less quality version. The flavours are toned down and the sweetness isn't toned down. You know, you're getting that banana, you're getting the coriander, a bit of a spicy taste, fruity kind of candied fruity notes. It just lacks the depth of flavour of the Leffe Blonde at the end of the day, but retains the sweetness, and that's my issue with it. I've not really got a lot else to say about it. It's just not one I'll be buying again. If I fancy a Leffe, I'll get the Blanche or the Blonde, and I will not buy this keg again. I'm struggling with it because I want to session it because it's, you know, it's sessionable, but I just can't do it. It's just, you drink it fast and you just get sickly. It gets sickly, man. Let me know if you know what I mean or not, and whether you've had the same problem. It's not one of my, it's actually one of my least favourite kegs, actually, in all honesty, that I've tried so far. But it's not awful, but it's okay for one or two, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted a summer slammer that I could drink all day, sort of, not all day, but you know what I mean? I wanted to be able to murder a keg of it because it's so sessionable. It's not doing what I wanted it to do for me, if that makes sense. So I'm very disappointed in this keg. But at the end of the day, it's still a good beer just for one or two. So you might as well just bleed and have the Leffe Blonde and get more of the flavour, more of the ABV at the same bloody price. It's a 6 out of 10 though, because it's still a decent beer. I'm not saying it's awful, just perhaps a bit pointless and too sweet. Thanks for tuning in, guys. It's a controversial one. Let me know if you agree with me, or do you think I'm just talking out my bum, or do you disagree but respect my opinion? Smash the like button, guys. Consider subscribing to the channel. Unfortunately, it didn't get a bell, a 9 out of 10 plus, but I'm going to ring me bell anyway to tell you all to fuck off. Get the hell out of here. Bosh.